And welcome back to the channel. My name is Ilona and I'm also known as Chikara Transformations. I'm an online health and fitness coach and I'm also a bodybuilder. If you're curious to see what I do with my training and my eating, I vlog all of that. Not all of it, but I vlog a couple of times a week. So I take you through that. And if you are interested in purchasing a training program from me, you can. Not sure when this goes up. The actual Phoenix Rising with the competition might be ongoing. But you can still inquire about, you can purchase like training and nutrition plans at any time. I just don't really advertise it. I normally only do with the Phoenix Rising, but you can at any time. What we're going to do today is we're going to look at some Tammy Lemon. So she uploaded this video, which is a very clickbaity. It's called Eating My Way into 2023 and trying to climb out. So I'm curious to see what it's all about. I'm kind of starting to get to the point with Tammy where I feel like I don't really know how hard she's trying. It could just be because of Vlogmas and there was a lot of uploads, but I don't know. I know it's hard to overcome like binge eating disorder, but also I don't know, I just feel like maybe she could be doing more. It's good that she's honest and transparent and maybe this is the reality of it. I don't know, but I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see what happens. Like, I still want her to do well. I'm rooting for her. I do like Tammy. I think she comes across like a really sweet person. I'm just a bit concerned that she's gonna fall into the sort of like Amber April trap of...
Hello Lamfam, so today it is January 5th and I have not been vlogging for the last few days, so it does feel a little bit weird. But I was finally capable of making just a home-cooked warm meal, and it has been quite a while since I had homemade stuff. So I
wonder why it's been a while for her to have had homemade stuff. I find that weird. Like, I eat homemade food like every day, all the time, several times a day. I rarely not eat homemade stuff, in fact. Maybe it's because of Christmas that there was leftovers, possible. There was New Year's as well, always a big thing in Holland. Oliebollen, I made some for Christmas. They were quite nice, for sure. But yeah, it's strange to not be eating a lot of home food stuff, home cooked stuff. Does she work? I don't know. Does she have a job or not? Or is YouTube a job now? I can't remember. I know she used to work because she had like a lanyard, but I don't know if she does now or not.
really happy about it. This is just some bell pepper, some onion, and I seasoned it with some salt and some pepper. I'm going to add this thing, just like this mix of like beans and stuff. I really need to eat something, and this was laying around and I was like, yep, you're going to be f***ed. So yeah, like I said, I
find she does a lot of packaged food. And again, I don't know if she does work or not. It could explain why she doesn't prepare all the things, because she doesn't have the time. The thing is that with a lot of these packaged like sauces and things like pasta sauces and things like that, is they tend to have like a lot of sugar, they tend to be quite high in salt, they tend to not really have a lot of nutrients in them. When like stuff like that you can make yourself from scratch too. It doesn't take that long. Just get yourself like some passata, maybe get yourself some like tinned tomatoes, get some fresh herbs and spices, put that through there. Get yourself some tinned beans, and you know you probably can cut out a lot of preservatives and stuff that they will put in there, and it's going to taste nice, it's going to taste fresher. But
I'm really happy that I'm just able to eat something. I really also need to eat something because it is 11 p.m. and my stomach really hurts. I did restrict yesterday.
She always eats the weirdest things, doesn't she? For breakfast and stuff.
Today, and I really need at least some calories in my body, so I am just making some veggies, and I am also going to eat some meat.
I wonder why she feels that she needs to eat. I've talked about this in my last reaction to her. It's quite normal for your appetite to come and go. Look, if she feels like she needs to eat because she's hungry, that's one thing, but like if you're purposely restricting and then you feel like you have to eat a lot more the next day because of the fact that you restricted the day before, it's okay. It's okay to sometimes eat a little bit more, and it's okay to sometimes eat a little bit less. It doesn't mean you have to. I think this is where a lot of people fall down. They have like they'll have a day where they overeat a little bit, and then they feel guilty. So then they're really heavily restricted the next day, and then they're really hungry. So then they overeat again. And the best thing you can do is just kind of get back on track, whatever that is for you. There's no point in doing these. Look, if you've eaten a big meal, sometimes I will have a big meal, and I'm just not as hungry the next day because I've just eaten a lot of food and my stomach is still trying to digest. That's different. But if you're not doing it for mental reasons, if you're just doing it because you're actually doing intuitive eating, i.e. listening to your body's natural hunger cues, then it's okay. It's okay to not eat all of your calories one day, and it's okay to sometimes eat a little bit more. Obviously that sometimes has to be, sometimes not a daily thing, but you know what I'm trying to say.
But that will be it. Let me just brush my hair and talk to you guys about the past few days. Hillam fam, what are you doing? That's fine.
I do feel like looks like she has lost weight since a few months ago when she got her heaviest. I can tell on her face and on her shoulders. And I like the background more. It's a little bit higher than what it was initially. This looks better.
To brush my hair, but I wanted to show what my dinner looks, or on my meal looks like that I just made. I don't want it to spill over though, so this is what it looks like.
Is there any ground beef in there? I think there's some ground beef in there, yeah.
Wants to focus. Well, that's the best I can do. Yeah, let me first finish this and then I will talk to you about what has been going on, how I'm feeling. I also want to talk about some other things, so I'll see you later. By the way, like, look at them, they're so cute. By the way, Yuki, tomorrow he's going to be operated on to take like the metal pins out of his knee because he broke his leg, and they're going to take the metal pins out. So
oh yeah, I forgot about the cat jumping off the balcony. Scary, that.
I do hope that everything will be okay. I am pretty stressed about it, but there's not much that I can do right now. So yeah, we'll just have to see. Also, I have to get up like really early for him, but that's okay. I don't mind getting up early. I cannot promise though that I won't be like getting some more stuff after I'm done. That's my plant. Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, I can't have real plants. My fucking cat eats all of it. Hey Rose, my Rosie, look at her. Look at her little face. Hey. You can't come, Rosie, because we've just been for a walk and you're wet and you stink. Ah, Violet! This fucking idiot just decided to jump from a distance and then obviously couldn't make it, and then just like dug her claws into my legs there. Do you guys all need my attention? The whole day you've let me alone, and the second I start filming, you need all three of you need my attention. Yeah, okay. Mommy needs to work, sweetie, and it's not time to eat. You have to wait. Half an hour.
Seriously? Yeah. Where to begin? So the last time I uploaded was, for me, it was just after midnight. We watched the fireworks and I already had my video like uploading and stuff, and I pushed the button of like publish after 12 o'clock. So for me, technically, it was like January 1st, but like in my head it was more of like December 31st. So I left off with a binge. I remember, oh my god, I should have just looked back in my last video. I'm so...
She fucking loves her Ben & Jerry's, doesn't she? She goes through, so I reckon if she just cut out Ben & Jerry's completely, which I know as per intuitive eating all day you shouldn't, but if she did, I bet she would lose a lot of weight, because she has at least 1 or 2 tubs a week, it seems like, and there's so many calories.
And 4 giant chocolate chip cookies, I think that's the one. And then before that I already bought 2 tubs of Ben & Jerry's before, like I wanted to enjoy that.
So she why buy 2? If you want to enjoy some Ben & Jerry's because it's New Year's, why do you need 2? You don't need 2. That's not meeting, like, to me that's kind of like using, not using it as an excuse, but like they say you shouldn't cut out foods because then you're gonna crave it, and then that means that then you're more likely than not to overindulge on it, and I totally get that. But what you can do is like either buy one of the minis or just get 1. You don't need to get 2 Ben & Jerry's. That's crazy.
On New Year's Eve, I ate it earlier, which was okay with me, but the binge that I did have for like buying the 2 pizzas and stuff, I think this was the 30th of December, I don't know, doesn't matter. I had a couple of days where I did not very well. I felt not that well, and I don't know, like New Year's Eve always, like, I don't know, it seemed as if like all the emotions of like the whole December, like the month of December, were coming out. I also had some family stuff going on, which was pretty emotionally draining. It did take a toll on me, but at the same time, like, these are things that I cannot control.
And the thing is, these things are always going to happen. There's always going to be family stuff, there's always going to be work stuff, there's always going to be stresses, there's always something. That's life. Like, literally, that is life. That's part of being an adult, is there's always fucking something to worry about. So if every time something happens you're going to use it as an excuse to binge, you'll never get better, because something's always going to happen, you know. And yeah, sometimes the excuse is more reasonable than others, but I think when you start using food as a crutch, you kind of fall into this habit of any minor inconvenience is going to become like a reason to eat, because, oh yeah, food's going to just cause us a temporary dopamine rush, you know. And somebody else was mentioning, actually, in my comment section when I was going through one of my other videos of hers, is that she doesn't exercise, and I think she would definitely benefit from doing exercise, just because A, is healthy, but B, exercise is genuinely good for your mental health. So whether that's like going out for a walk, you don't have to go to the gym and lift weights. There's many different ways you can exercise. Even if she was to maybe just put more effort into like getting her steps up and walking to the shop now and again. Just little things, you know, like it would be very beneficial to her for sure. Not just from the weight loss perspective, but from the perspective of that being active is just good for your mental health, basically.
These are things that come out of like outside of me. I can't control them. What I can control though is how do I cope with them. And I think I did cope pretty well, but together with me feeling pretty burnt out because of like a whole month of December and